I've got one, two, three, four, five. I have 6 YouTubes live now. And the goal is in the future is to pair
What
up
the fuck is this?
X and
What happens when you follow rules today? Your code compiles. What happens if you follow rules in Soviet Union? You go to labor camps. What the fuck? What kind of messages are these, man?
We're also live on X itself, as well as we're live streaming on a new YouTube account. So this is Elon Musk, aka Adrian Dittman. You are in the subscribe now YouTube channel. So subscribe now if you haven't
by the way, I was playing
subscribed
some
yet.
chess yesterday with Augie.
Yep.
This guy's good.
Really? I'll have to play.
He's really good. It's fun.
Yeah.
I was there for
What's
a while.
his chess ranking? What's his chess ranking?
I don't fucking know.
I think he made a new account. A bunch of us made new accounts, so we're not really ranked right now. But what platform?
I don't really give a shit about the chess ranking. I give a shit about whether or not it's fun.
Is it chess.com? Yeah. You should find out pretty soon. Alright, let me sign up.
Oh my god.
I have played way too many chess puzzles, and I have not played enough chess. Puzzles are good though, yeah. Helps you out. Yeah, but that
No, I like to play against actual people.
The problem with mine is I'm way too good at like the end games as a result, and I suck ass in like the openings and mid games. Yeah, makes sense actually.
I'm like not gonna go through any of the puzzles. I give a shit. I will do trial by fire and figure it out that way. Training wheels are training wheels. They don't teach you how to actually ride the bike.
No, the chess puzzles are very good at teaching you end game.
You don't need that because the act that you're going to commit to anyways is I play game, I win or lose game, examine why I won or lost game, because they literally have replay. You can look at exactly what happened.
For you to understand, this is look. This is why Marcus, what the fuck was his name? The current world champion, what's his name again? Magnus Carlsen. This is why Magnus Carlsen is currently the best player in the world, right? Because during the Soviet Union's time and the fucking Bobby Fischer time, they didn't have computers for them to practice this shit with. The reason that chess ratings have gotten better is because people have been able to memorize more, they've been able to see more examples, they've been able to play against computers, this is why like chess openings like change every fucking year. Right? Which opening people start with, because they look at what the computers tell them, this gives you the edge right now, this gives you the edge right now, blah 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 blah. And then based off that they make decisions. The entire chess world at like the highest echelons is like entirely dependent on computers right now.
That's so basically it proves me right, because you kind of trickles down.
That level. You're talking over each other. I didn't hear anything both of you said. Yeah, that's my bad. You go.
So basically what you're saying is I'm right. Because I don't give a shit about the computer, I don't give a shit about anything. I will trade against fellow humans because that's the worst thing to play against, because they're unpredictable as fuck. Like, why would I let the computer do the thinking for me? I don't do that. Like, there's two things. Either you automate a system to the point that you have literally zero impact in it, then you may as well just make the computer play for you. Or you learn what it is that you want to beat and then actually play it. There's no in between. It's your brain cells versus somebody else's brain cells. And if you do anything else other than that, then you're not really you, and it's not your skill. So the chess rating shows that I don't give a shit. What I care about is the game itself. That's why the first thing I did, set everything to advanced, throw myself in there and see how fast I'll get checkmated and what exactly that is. But once you figure that out, once you figure out exactly how well this works, you kind of work your way backwards from there.
You should play Chess 360 then.
Why?
Because normal chess is way too much memorization.
Again, you're saying I should nerf myself. Fuck that.
No, I mean, like, you are gonna get nerfed because you're not studying the actual fucking techniques. People who have played chess, who have played chess longer than you, just based on the fact that they've memorized a bunch of techniques, are gonna kick your ass.
Yes. You're going to see the techniques be played on you, and you're going to memorize them by your losses. That's how it works. I used to be very good at first-person shooter games, not because I was good at aiming, but because I was good at understanding where people were going to be. I used to shoot a lot through walls, and that gave me a lot of problems because,
Get reported, yeah. People are like, he's hacking. No.
So I actually, like on Call of Duty, I'd like no scope through a wall sometimes because I already know that people are going to be there in this direction. And basically 80% of everything that's Call of Duty is just saying, okay, I'm holding a place here. Like it's like chess almost in a sense, because that's what it's reduced down to. It's like chess, but with bullets minus all the fun stuff with like superpowers and such. So it's like your opening is, I'm going to throw a fucking grenade, and you'd like, okay, if it's some sort of domination-based game, which is like a game modes, then you probably want to throw out. A frag grenade, or you have your choice of stuns. But realistically speaking, frags are actually kind of good because if you're going to go out there with like an LMG, you can spray the shit out of them, and then you just basically have to predict what is the likelihood that somebody else is going to do the same shit that you are, because you are going to run into somebody else's fire or whatever else that they're throwing at you, because everybody else has their own unique play style. But usually people tend to go psychological, so they throw grenades so that those sound offsets everything else. You get kind of confused and you don't listen to the surroundings.
Instead of throwing a grenade, you should find a mirror and kiss yourself.
Correct. You can't kiss yourself in the mirror, remember?
Just because you're not faster than the speed of light. Come on now.
No, you have to actually travel back into the past. And somebody I think corrected me on like one of those things and said, going back in the past, if you're gay, doesn't mean that you're into yourself. I'm like, I specifically referenced a narcissist, didn't I? What the fuck is this? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. That's a lot of debt. Oh my god. I recently read a lot of the lyrics and such for many, many movies. Sorry, music. It's a lot of music. All of it sucks. All of it fucking sucks, man. It has such endless amounts of nonsense within it.
Have you seen Poker Face? Have you seen the lyrics to Poker Face?
No, I'm not gonna. I hated the sound of it. I already gave so little shits about this exact song that I didn't even bother to listen to it in the first place.
When I was younger, I thought it was saying poker face, poker face. So poker face twice. Then I read the lyrics, and it's poker face, fuck her face.
Exactly, yeah. She did it as like misdirection so that the radio stations would continue to play the song.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally says poker face and then says fuck her face and just makes it sound like poker face. But if you read the lyrics,
I'm going to feel this real quick because I'm going to feel dumb if I've been listening to it this entire time and I never heard that.
It's just so she wouldn't get censored, yeah. It's kind of interesting.
I think people have been doing that for a long time, at least since the late 70s, early 80s. They just weren't as overt about it. They were using substitute words. Like the stroke is a great example of that.
What is the point of fucking Kramer? Can somebody explain to me how this is even legally allowed? This bro is basically telling everybody bullshit. That's right, if you turn it around. But that's like the context that nobody else tells you unless you're familiar with the meme. So what's the point of it? What's the point of Kramer? How does he still have a job? How has there not been a legal... have there been not any legal consequences as a result of this? Or what the fuck?
It's just a market indicator now. It's like do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. But don't you think that would cause a bit of damages? Of course it would cause some damages. So why hasn't there been any legal consequences? What the fuck is this shit?
I know, right?
I mean, nobody really looks at it and goes, how is this even real? How is this guy still around? Something is not adding up. It don't add up to me.
I think if he puts disclaimers out there, he doesn't have positions in the things that he's talking about, I think he gets a pass because it's just media and reporting.
Oh yeah, the allegedly.
Not saying it's right, I just think that's what's happening.
It probably gets a lot of views for MSNBC because of all the people that watch it to do the exact opposite.
He doesn't have positions in.
I remember when the CEO of Binance, Kramer was like, I love Binance, I love BNB. And then the CEO of Binance replied with something like along the lines of, please stay away. Only half kidding. And then he ended up going to prison.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Binance had to pay a $4 billion fine. So the moral of the story is keep Kramer away from your business. What if it's like an extortion? Like, if you don't say something, if you don't pay MSNBC, they're gonna bring up your fucking stock positively on the Kramer.
Well, that would be illegal, wouldn't it?
No, it would just be like an open secret. If you don't advertise on MSNBC, they just pick you randomly. And Kramer would come in and present you.
Wow.
In the things that he's talking about, I think he gets a pass.
That is actually wild.
It actually makes sense because it would be impossible to prove. I mean, when you advertise, when those companies advertise anyway, the media companies already have a valid excuse as to not want to talk about them in any way. Because then it's going to hurt the company, and the company is advertising. So as a valid business, you can literally say that that's the reason why. So we got it. Kramer is basically a blackmail operation.
Only works because so many people believe that it's gonna work, but one day it'll just stop working.
But here's the thing. We need somebody to actually inverse the Kramer. Now, realistically, meaning somebody talks positively about your stock, the stock actually goes up.
Exactly.
It's possible. It's possible. You just need to know when he's going to do shit to yours specifically and have a backup plan. MSNBC needs to be purchased and turned into CNBS.
CBS.
Yeah, or ICBS.
That's what's better, I think. ICBS.
Exactly. Yeah. Does anybody have a meme image of somebody with a steak tomahawk knocking out a target? If so, send it to me.
I can't believe Nayib Bukele posted that picture of the McDonald's hat today.
That's funny as fuck.
If you can get a picture of just a tomahawk, I can try and in-paint it.
Yeah, but it needs to actually look realistic, so I prefer more the Photoshop approach. You know, it's funny.
So,
There's a joke once said by Ronald Reagan. It was talking about cats. It was saying this as a response to the press telling him, no more puppy jokes, please. So he said, okay, we're not going to do puppy jokes. But we will talk about this. We will talk about this joke that I heard about the cats. The story was there'd be a Democrat fundraiser. They're selling kittens, right? And somebody went to go and buy those kittens. And then 2 weeks later, on that exact same spot, there's a Republican fundraiser that is selling those exact same kittens as well that they bought, which were Democrat at the time. And so somebody asks, hey, why are those Democrat kittens now Republican? Well, because now their eyes are open.
oh shit. Okay. There we go.
That guy was like on a different level of trolling. People think that Donald Trump is spicy. That guy was even more spicy at the time.
Wild.
Remember the jokes he made about the Russians? Yeah. Now, granted, of course, we do have Rocket Man and all, but
Oh yeah.
Trump had Rocket Man with rockets that may or may not work. Now Trump has Rocket Man with rockets that actually work.
True.
It's a terrible joke, I know.
I would love to see Kim Jong-un on X.
Dude, if he's on X, that would be the best thing ever, honestly. Imagine the intern that has to run his account. Fuck!
Stressful job right there.
For some reason, I imagine him running it like Nayib Bukele.
Nah, dude. The fucking intern's gonna start watching porn, we already know it.
Oh yeah.
We have evidence to support this assertion. I need to find somebody who's willing to write a scientific paper on my behalf.
Well, Mikey.
something that kind of makes sense by not making sense. Just so I can say that I've done it. And so when somebody says, how are you a scientist? Have you published anything? I can say yes. And then whatever it is that I've studied, I point to it. That would be the most ridiculous thing ever. Just so self-evident, but yet was never truly proven in the scientific context. But there are many of those out there. I'm fairly sure of it. What if we... I'm going to keep that one to myself, actually. That one's such a good idea. I'm not going to say it. Does anyone have the ability to create aerodynamic simulations or simulations of aerodynamics?
Are you gonna do the aerodynamics of human feces?
We might add that as an additional paper we could put in there, because I think we need to find the optimal distance between ass and toilet water, such as when the shit in fact falls out. Sorry, the excrement. We have to speak scientific here. Such that when the excrement is ejected from the
Should do one on invisibility.
No, that's not real. We need something that's real. Now, I have something that's better than the aerodynamics of feces, stuff that people will actually care about. But I need an aerodynamic simulator. One that can be used to prove an assessment of reality.
Aerodynamic, these balls.
No, we can't do that. It's too derogatory. But I have something that's just perfect. Oh my god, what the fuck?
So I'm finding a whole bunch of publications with his names on them, at least according to Wikipedia so far, just in basic with like 101 research.
Hmm.
I'll have to actually check some of these papers and see if I can find glaring flaws in them. I might be unqualified to do some of that, though.
Nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. Is this a monkey spore? You know what's always funny? Whenever monkeys interact with normal civilization that hasn't really encountered them as much before, that's always funny. Because there's a lot of stuff in the human world that is optimized to be operated by human hands. So when the monkey comes into this world, a lot of stuff that they shouldn't have access to is accessible to them. Mainly things such as doors, bins, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I've seen this place. I've been in this place once where there was a monkey epidemic. It was primarily because the previous government, they decided, hey, one way to control the monkey population is to skull them, which basically the very meaning of the word means kill them selectively to maintain the population at a certain number. As they basically pissed off the environmentalists with that, there's not much politics in that country anyways. What happened was they replaced those people. The new government that came in and it actually straightened things out. The only problem is they didn't do the sculling, of course. It's one of their promises. And then what happened was the monkey population would explode again. And then all of the monkeys started invading the city. That was a very interesting time to be around. They started to open up everything, started ambushing humans. Well, one of the most memorable occasions was when they robbed a kiosk. Like those small kiosks that look like these little houses? Yeah. What they would do, very simple. Monkey would go, sit in front of the kiosk. In front of the kiosk, all invisibility of the human within the said kiosk. The human would look at the monkey, try to chase it away. It doesn't go away. So dude goes outside of the kiosk to go and physically confront monkey. Monkey distracts human that is now outside of kiosk. Monkey's friends are waiting for a time to go inside of the kiosk while the human is outside dealing with the monkey. Monkeys go inside kiosk, steal all the fucking snacks, bolt. Dude tries to go after those monkeys, leaving the other monkey behind. Then tries to go back for that monkey gone. They just robbed the fucking kiosk.
Wow. Coordinated.
It's fucking happened. Also, we were gone for like a while, and they broke into our house.
My God.
I never had a breaking and entering happen as a result of humans or anything, but a monkey did in fact break into my house once.
Steal anything?
True story.
Just make a big mess.
No, I didn't steal anything. There was no food there. He didn't leave any food behind. The main problem was that the door wasn't closed. It was a big blunder. It never will happen again. And they were somehow able to force the door open. It was a sliding door. And they went in. Fucked around. There was a nice glass table, and on that glass table was a vase. Pretty sure you can imagine where this is going. There seem to have been multiple monkeys involved in this, and somehow the vase tipped over, smashed the glass table with the monkeys on top of it. So it would seem. Given that the table itself is made out of security glass, the glass shatters into like these little cubes, which are each no larger than 1 centimeter wide and thick, and no smaller than 5 millimeters wide and thick as well. So anyways, what happened right after that is, and of course, the monkeys vacated the premises. And the thing that was strange about that was we knew that this kind of happened just because there were blood stains everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Because the monkeys broke the table and fucked around with the glass and then went outside and there were like fucking handprints everywhere. Yeah.
That's wild.
We had some artificial flowers there. They started fucking around with the artificial flowers. That was great. Yeah. That was an interesting thing to come back to. Open up, everything looks okay, everything's clean. Go to the living room, glass table destroyed, small little sliding door just a little bit open, just enough for a monkey to fit through, and dried up blood handprints everywhere.
Damn.
Absolutely fucking great. They didn't fuck with anything else. They didn't take any of the technology. They did nothing. They went there, fucked up the table, and left and never came back.
You know for sure it was monkeys? Like,
yeah. 100%. We could tell because there were like these small handprints. The monkey hands are not very big. And also, the monkeys, they have this ability to go Spider-Man mode, as I like to call it. The way they do this is they accelerate sufficiently such that they can actually climb a bare fucking wall.
wow, what the fuck?
You ever seen a monkey run up a fucking wall before? I have.
Nope.
The fucking shit's crazy. walk up the wall like fucking Spider-Man. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it myself, but I actually fucking saw a monkey do this. They were like on a balcony. I was like, how the fuck did they get up that high? And I'm just watching them for a while, and then all of a sudden, it goes up the side of the wall. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn.
Dude, I thought I was fucking tripping. That bitch ran up a flat fucking wall.
Ninja style, yeah.
That was crazy. It was so fucking funny too. Because it would be handprints all over the walls and such. And I always ask myself, how's this possible, yeah? And they kind of did the same thing as well, so there were handprints everywhere. Yeah. This is also the result of this is also how the monkey story that I told everybody kind of came to be. Have I ever told you about that one cyclist who got ambushed by a gang of monkeys?
I think you mentioned it briefly, but not the whole thing.
It was a cyclist, this beautiful road, this tree. So it's this kind of mountainous road, right? So you have a bit of stone on the side. The elevation, I think, from road surface to the stone is like a sort of such as a wall, but slightly inclined. You could visualize it as such. All exposed, no concrete was put on it, of course, so you can still see the beautifully exposed rock. And it was approximately, I think, 3 meters elevated, I would say rather. And then the tree was up there, and that tree grew in such a way that it would arch over the road itself without actually impacting any of the traffic there, so it was actually quite high. Again, keep in mind that the rocky structures next to the road were elevated 3 meters. So the tree is a little bit on top of that. And there you go. Anyways, the monkeys would hide inside that tree. And the perfect thing about this is because this part of the road, it's curved, right? And you go up. So the people would go there, they'd be slowed down by the fact that it's curved and that they have to go up, right? And so the monkeys would sit inside of the tree, right above the road itself, wait for somebody to arrive, cycle up, and there was this guy with a bicycle. He's riding, he's going up the road, mind his own business, ding ding, all that kind of stuff, goes up the road. And the moment he reaches the place where the tree is arching over the road, one fucking monkey jumps his ass. Just like that, he's fucking riding, all of a sudden, boom, monkey. Bombards the bitch, grabs onto the backpack, pulls the motherfucker off the bike. Mind you, this is a really small fucking monkey. They're like basically half a meter tall. It's not much. It's a very small fucking thing. Grabbed onto him like fucking Spider-Man and pulled the dude off the bike. He was, of course, shocked, and then all of his friends started joining in, so it was like 3 of these little fuckers. They were like the teenage monkeys, you can tell, because they're relatively smaller, and they're very loud. They're cheeky little motherfuckers, okay? And so they came in and joined in, and this fucking guy is a pussy. You know why? Because instead of standing his ground, growling, and, just giving them some shit because, you could beat them, these are just tiny little fucking monkeys, there's nothing to it. If you're a bigger asshole than they are, chances are they'll leave you alone. Not for all monkeys. It's not advice. I would do it. Don't do it yourself. Don't recommend. Probably not, but still. You could have defended yourself a little bit. I mean, the thing already jumped on you. The least you can do is, push the thing away. No. He took out all of the snacks that the monkeys didn't even know were in the bag, and just threw it to him. Gave him all the fucking protein bars, the stuff that you have to eat so you don't die immediately when you're doing the thing that they do with the cycling. So threw him all the fucking protein bars and shit. Literally to the point where even after the monkeys started walking away, he just kept throwing more. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Got on his bike, kept riding. Monkeys,
Gang of monkeys ambushed him. That's crazy.
Hey, these are not even the adult monkeys. These are like the small little teenager monkeys. Adolescents, man. They have grudges, They this one time I pooped one with a stick. It was kind of funny because he was sitting there, and I was like, you know what? I want to see what happens. So I take the fucking stick, Universal Irish, just start poking him with the stick. He grabs onto the stick and he pulls the stick a little bit, and I put half and threw it away and looked at me. I'm like, oh shit. I see what you're doing here. I understand that. That was Monkey 4, come and get some. If you dare.
Yeah, that's.
It was a tiny fucking little teenage monkey, basically. You know, he took your stick. I let go of the stick just to see what would happen. Takes the stick and bites it in half, throws it away, and just looks at me. Like, okay, based.
Yeah.
That was so fucking funny. And whenever there would be like a monkey conflict, they would make these high-pitched fucking sounds. They can squeal, but also they kind of shout. Like that.
Wow. Accurate.
Yes, it's basically like that. All right. Here's the fun part. Sometimes they try to play around, and when they see people walk along these areas, they look at you and they think maybe there's some food on this motherfucker. So what if we pressure him a little bit? Now the tourists, in the infinite wisdom, you know how it is, give them the fucking food, even though there are warning signs everywhere that says, do not feed the monkeys. You literally get a fine if you feed the monkeys. They still fucking feed the monkeys because they want to be left alone. So they have to bribe the monkeys effectively for passage. I, of course, did not do that because, you know, right? And so you go through that zone and the monkeys are all eyeing you. You know, they're looking at you, trying to figure out what's going on there, judging how you're going to approach the situation. Look back at them. And they do this thing, like they give you a look. And then at some point, one of them is going to show their teeth. That's like their language for dominance. You know, guess if your teeth are super nice, you gotta fuck off, I suppose.
Scary.
But they do that. They show their teeth and they hiss. So I looked at it like, okay, two can play that game, and I did it myself. They fucked off.
Really?
It takes a little convincing, of course, but you do the same thing. Just like kind of revert to monkey.
On their level, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, show all your teeth. You have more of them than you. It's just like kind of pretend you have more of them than they do. Works.
That's funny.
Dude, I'm even more unhinged these days. I was like a little kid at the time. If that would be me today, and those monkeys were to eye me up, boy. Oh,
You probably start beating your chest and going all crazy.
yeah, 100%. I'm gonna go there, do some mad fucking shit, dude. Hey, it's not illegal. I'm not punching them or anything. I'm not feeding them either. Actually, I'm keeping them away. I'm keeping them away from myself. But be careful, okay? You know what? Remember I said grudges? Maybe we're gonna remember your ass. So let's imagine you walk past this place every week. And you pull that shit on them? Well, next time they're gonna bring their friends. Be like, hey, this guy pull shit on us. They're gonna be there ready, wanting to fuck you up. So, you got two options. Either not do this at all. But if you do, bring a squad, because they will also bring their squad.
Gang warfare.
Problem is, like I said, they hold grudges. So the issue is, unless you don't go there for a very long period of time, you probably should not do anything about what I just said, because it would be a very bad idea, because then they're going to hold grudges, and even if you bring more people, then they will bring more monkeys.
I get.
And then you'll have a weekly fucking PvP situation because we don't want to deal with an army of fucking monkeys. There's a human monkey to a small monkey furball zombie shit ratio, okay? This is all I'm gonna say. They're like waves of them. You don't want to fuck with that. Now, granted, some of them are going to be busy at a feeding station or something, so it's not everyone's going to come around, but you're going to be dealing with all the naughty teenager monkeys, and let me tell you, they have a real fucked up imagination that I would not want to test.
Like check off or something.
Yeah, they do all kinds of shit. Yeah. This one time I saw a monkey get stuck in a woman's hair.
My God.
That was
I saw that. I was on YouTube, right? Or was that something else?
Maybe, I don't know. But I saw it in real life. Yeah, somebody put one of these monkeys on their shoulders, and the monkey, you know, they do the thing that they do. They kind of like look for parasites or something like that, so they pick apart the hair and such. You know, this woman had very long hair, and then the monkey got stuck in the woman's hair and started freaking out. And the woman started freaking out, and the monkey started freaking out more. And then you had human monkey screams.
God, they're just pulling hair out and everything? Like,
That was so fucking stupid. was like,
Double the chaos.
it's so fucking stupid.
Max chaos.
It's like the more she would scream, the more the monkey would scream. The more the monkey would scream, the more she would scream, and the panic just kind of escalates constantly. And then the monkey just keeps ripping at the hair, trying to get free. And that causes more pain, causes more panic, causes more scream, causes the monkey to do more shit. Really fucked up situation, man. Moral of the story: don't put monkeys on yourself.
Don't poke monkeys with a stick either.
Yeah, unless of course you have the ability to retract the stick or weaponize it.
I guess, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's not a monkey or me situation. It's a me situation. I'm surviving here. That's how it works. But like realistically, you would ought to avoid these types of occurrences. But it's good, it's for science, right? Did a scientific experiment. Hey, does this thing actually? What would this thing do? Fuck around, find out.
Pafo.
You can poke a hornet's nest. I poked a monkey. Like, here, give him a stick. Ooh, 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 ooh. Takes the stick, pulls a little bit. I'm like, oh wow, you got some decent grip. Let it go just to see what it would do. Bite stick in half. I'm like, yeah, I know you think you're powerful right now, but I kind of let you have the stick. But I get the point.
Get the point, yeah. Point taken.
Like, I understand what you're on about. You're not as powerful as you think you are, but you know what? I get it. Good to know. Valuable lesson, no? Now you know that the monkey has a grudge. That they can have grudges. That they will defend themselves.
It's like wasps.
The fuck?
See what Jim Van de Heye said earlier on MSNBC? That was fucking... Can't believe it. He's in denial.
Really? What do you do?
He's basically denying, when Elon says, we are the media on X, he's just like, he's in complete denial. He's just whining about it. He's like, no,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It was so funny. How far is this? What the fuck am I looking at? I'm looking at some memes.
Nice.
Hell, wrong on.
I don't think the whole DeGrasse Tyson never wrote anything is legit. He's written a whole bunch of weird bullshit, especially most recently with a whole bunch of books. But I'm finding all kinds of stuff dating back to the 90s, particularly on Harvard's astronomical astrophysics data system, where they make it all searchable, and you can go find things where he's the primary author. His things that he has authored have been refereed or run through a peer review. I don't think any of them are particularly impactful. He's doing a lot of speculation about galactic bulge and distribution of stars, and it seems like a lot of theory crafting with a little bit of supporting data. But he is referenced and cited in a whole lot of other papers as well. You kind of watch the rise and fall of his popularity in that way too. But to say that he hasn't really been published or hasn't written any research papers is a shit claim.
And this is why I told you to make sure to double check your research before posting memes. Not calling you out or anything, I'm just saying. Yeah. It's good to know.
I took it on faith from somebody I trusted that I'll now double check before I do.
Let's see what else. We also had Gavin Newsom. He's trying to exclude Tesla from the EV buyer credits in California. It's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, dude, cost me thousands to save that stupid shit.
Really?
Options tanked. Yep.
Sucks, man.
They'll come back. I won't stay that way. And the expiry is not until June of next year, so I got a lot of data.
Nice. That's good. Also, Trump's going to sign an immediate executive order on January 20th to charge China an additional 10% tariff on all of their products entering the U.S. And then Elon responding says the price of fentanyl will rise sharply. So, I mean, that's great.